So this was not my planned drink, but it is one of my new faves. I'm not a huge fan of White Claw. I know everyone loves White Claw. I don't know what that is, like malt liquor or something. I don't care for the buzz that I get off of it. These only have 4.7% alcohol, which that's like a beer, right? But they are so good. Oasis Cherry, my favorite, Strawberry Guava. Dude, grab your drink. Let's get into it. I'm just getting ready to start.
Oh, I gotta make my shake, go relax, take a shower.
I was going to tell them that you would be coming later. Okay. Hey guys, Chevyrell here. My name is Chevas. I also go by Chevyrell. For those of you who don't know, Chevy is a nickname. Rell is my middle name. Chevy, short for Chevas, yada yada, you get it. I talk about knitting and yarny, adventure-y things and other stuff too. So if you like a little bit of a mix, heavy on the yarn, welcome. We have lots to talk about today. I have not recorded since the beginning of February. My last episode was posted way late. For those of you who missed it or didn't see it or new here, welcome.
Welcome to the shit show.
Look at my mug, look at my mug. We'll talk about this later. I think I already put it in. Dan just got back from his run and he will be joining us later. He has really enjoyed being here the last couple episodes, but I thought I'd go ahead and get started and talk about some of my makes and then he can pop in later. Dan is my man, for those of you who don't know. Ditto is the tippy tappy. I know some people hate that. We have tippy tappies in this house. So some people have screaming children. We have tippy tappies. My first FO is like, is it a hoe? I don't really know what to say. And I can't remember if I've shown this. I think I did. My sister-in-law, which that is blowing out. My sister-in-law, Abigail, made me this 2 years ago. I thought I got it last summer, but it was, well, no. Did I get it last summer or was it 2 summers ago? I think it was 2 summers ago. Anywho, it has been sitting waiting to be framed and decided that instead of framing it, I was going to put it in a hoop, and the part that I'm calling a hoe is the back. It's a Monet. From far away, it looks pretty good, right? Up close, big old mess. My stitches are not, yeah, you know. But from far away, it's fine, and this part's gonna be on the wall, right? So I just need nails, and it will be added to the stuff room. My next FO is not here. I will put a picture. These are Mama Jean's birthday socks. Mama Jean's birthday was last week, and this is the sock tube that was gifted to me on the last episode, and I just added heels, toes, and cuffs, and Mama Jean got a new pair of socks. So she's rocking those. I did want to remind people, for those of you who don't know, I have a sock tube formula or sock worksheet pattern. It's $3. You guys, I'm so glad I made it. I'm so glad I made it. The last couple times I made it, I was sick of starting from scratch, trying to figure out how long it needed to be, where to put the toe, where to put the heel, yada, yada. So I made a formula where you plug in your numbers based on your size, and if you ever need anything like that, it makes it so freaking easy. So easy. So glad I did it. So there's that. They fit. At least I think they fit. They might be a little big. I told her they might be a skosh big. Better too big than too small. Is that what they say? I feel like I'm going real fast. This is sort of a fail. This is the Cupholder Mitten by Chialee Yeh, which I might be saying that totally wrong. It looks like Chialee Yeh, maybe it's Yeh, Y-E-H. It's a free pattern. This is the Cupholder Mitten. I made it for Dan's mom per her request. This is Mineville Wool Company yarn. I can't I don't think you can get anymore. And the colored is Johnny Bow dyes. Also, you can't get. Look at me showing you all the things that you can't get. And it is for, pardon the reach, beer when it's cold. I mean, this one's a skinny can. It fits a regular size can. The reason that I'm calling it a fail, I've made these several times in the past, but I made it with either worsted or bulky weight. There's another pattern outside of this one. Nothing wrong with the pattern at all. What is wrong is, being how it's a free pattern, I can tell you, you knit a tube and then you put stitches on hold, cast on, knit a tube, roll it around, and then you Kitchener and seam it. And this seam is not great. It's not great. So on your right hand, it's good, which she is right-handed. But on your left hand, I can feel the seam there. And I don't like it. I mean, it's functional, it's fine. I didn't do I don't know. I'm going to give it to her, see if she likes it. If she does, I will knit her a matching mitten if she would like. But I'm going to run it by her. So I wanted to show you guys, even though I don't love it. I have this much. I think I can get a mitten out of that. Maybe even a fingerless mitten. That might be easy. It's in my naughty knitting sack with the fornicating skeletons, the OG bag. We're just rolling right along. Look at us go. That's a free pattern. Did I say that? My Labyrinth throw. I finished another square for my Labyrinth blanket. And I started another one. I'll talk on whips. These were all naturally dyed. It was a Labyrinth advent calendar from Knitting Nakabi. I don't even know. 1, 2, 3. I have 5 more to go because I just started this next one. But this is called Royal Quilting. It takes a minute, but it's fun and I really like the process. So if you ever see Royal Quilting, know that it's fun, but take some time. And that is the Labyrinth throw by Kelcey Garner, who is the gal behind Knitting Nakabi. And it's a free pattern. Everything will be linked. I don't have a place to like lay all my shit. Usually I have a chair right here and I didn't bring it in. Oh, what I'm wearing, this is my Swallowtail. I don't wear it very often. It looks crooked. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, I don't wear it very often because I have figured out that I am not a t-shirt sweater person. Once in a blue moon, I'll wear it because this is really warm. And then I did short sleeves and I don't know. It's like my arms are cold. If it's warm enough to wear a sweater, I want, you know, and it's not big enough to wear like a long sleeve underneath it. She a little snug. Like I made her with negative ease, which I don't normally ever do. At least negative ease up here, you know. Anyway. This yarn was dyed for me by Benta from Arctic Crafts. She is the Epilogue lady on YouTube. She lives in Norway. So on her podcast, you get to see the beauty that is Norway. This is a very old knit and I love it. I cherish it because she dyed it. It makes me happy. My next FO, these are in no particular order. I made this dumb hat that I hate. It was fun to knit, but the gauge was off. It was probably totally a me problem, but it was so off, you guys. It was a free pattern. I tried to find it and I can't find it. I cast this bitch on like 6 times and it's even still too small. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how this thing does that. It's too small for like me or an adult size head, and it's too big for Cole. It's acrylic yarn that I had in the stash. I'm not, it sounds so bitchy to say that. I feel bad poo-pooing acrylic yarn because I knit with acrylic yarn. There's a time and a place for acrylic yarn. I'm not going to make like a new mom something in wool unless they are a knitter of things as well. It's squeaky. It wasn't fun to knit. It's a super tight gauge. It's probably a waste that I even put my tag on it. I thought I had to show it because, you know, sometimes we knit shit we hate and I don't like this. I don't know who's going to get it. There you have it. It's an FO, so it counts, right? For those of you who went to Yarncon, you've already seen this, which it's going to look really weird. It's covered in hair because I shed. It's going to look really weird on top of my Swallowtail, but I finished my HexaGranny by Toni Lipsey, and I absolutely love it. I love it. I wore it to Yarncon. Isn't it cute? I really do like it. This is Noro, so it's like a wool silk blend. I was thinking that the kimono sleeves, I kind of wanted them to be a little bigger, but I'm not mad at it. It's fine. I'm so glad that I ended up doing the ribbed band thing, whatever. So I will wear the shit out of this. I absolutely love it. Love it. I'm really having a hard time not having any place to lay things. Just throw it in a pile on the floor. It's fine. It's fine. You should see what this place looks like after I get done recording. Okay, that is a free pattern on Toni Lipsey's blog. Oh, look, here comes the sun that we get to fight. Free pattern on Toni Lipsey's blog, or you can download it for $9.50 and get the PDF. She also has a YouTube video, which is linked. So good, so good. She shows you how to do all the things, chocked full of info. Remember my capelet that I was doing with my hand spun yarn? I did show it. It was on the needles last time. I finished it and ripped it out, and I will post a video here of why. Hey guys, awkward video. I have clearly knit more on my poncho, and I wanted to show you that it was a fail. I don't like it. This sweater pattern's awesome. I do want a sweater. I only have this much. I mean, obviously I can't do the sweater, but I would totally knit this pattern in another one, and I love this size. Like if I was actually splitting for the sleeves, right? It is not what I wanted for a poncho. So lesson learned. I am going to go back to the drawing board. I love the neck. This is exactly what I wanted for the neck. So I just wanted to show you guys what happens if you knit for sleeves and then like knit straight. It doesn't work, or it didn't work for me, or who knows. So I just wanted to show you before I ripped it out. So I did a little experiment. I talked about it on the last episode. I tried like a raglan, and then I did the raglan increases for the sleeves, and then I was just gonna knit around thinking that that would work. I'm not quite sure why. It totally didn't, as you could see. I did use the dip dyed raglan by Cathy Lewis, or Tall Tree Designs pattern, to do the raglan increases. That sweater is really cute, and I would make the sweater. It fit wonderful, but it just didn't look good. So then I looked all over. I had some patterns shared to me in the comments of the one episode I talked about it. I ended up settling on the Plume Capelet by Deja Joy. It's a free pattern. It was wonderful. I think hers has a ribbed neck, which I talked on the last episode. I did not want a ribbed neck, so I kept the rolled neck. I didn't rip out the whole thing. I just ripped back to those first raglan increases, and then I followed the Deja Joy pattern, except I had to reverse engineer it because the Deja Joy pattern is a bottom up, and I wanted to top down. So that's math I can handle. I love it. I have worn the shit out of this. Worn the shit out of it. Isn't it cool? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is my hand spun 3-ply. You've been together with me on this spinning journey. I love it so much. The last time I wore it, I had these hunter green wide leg, like khaki material twill pants. And then I had a long sleeve mustard color t-shirt and this. And another time I had black jeans with a jean shirt, and that's not called a jean shirt. I just learned this word a few years ago. Tara, my friend Tara is screaming at the screen. You guys know. There's a word for it. It's like jean material, but it starts with like shams something. I wore it over that. So classy, so comfortable, so warm. I love it. It was 3-ply hand spun. I've shown it on other episodes. The yarn, because this was a thing. This spin was an epic spin, and I'm so glad that I made something. It's so squishy. I'm so glad I made something that I'm gonna wear the shit out of, because this was such a long and thoughtful spin. I'm chuffed with this, as the Brits say, which I want to say it. I say it all the time. And I feel like I can't say I'm pretty chuffed with it without saying I'm pretty chuffed with it, you know, like the Brits say. I feel like I always have to say that, because, you know, I want to use cool words, damn it. Like, there's words that you can't say here that you can say there. Twat? They can say twat, nobody thinks anything of it. See you next Tuesday? Why do we hate that word so much? They get to say it, and everyone laughs and thinks it's cool. I want to say it. Damn it. Who am I kidding? I do say it. Just probably not on here. Okay. Another epic finish is my Cowltopus, which I told you guys I was going to finish. Here's my only bitch. I did a gauge swatch. And gauge swatches are lying liars who lie, as we all know. And I wish that I would have went down a needle size. Damn it. It's a skosh big, or bigger than I want it to be. And I think that I might try and dry it. Like, not all the way, just enough to tighten it up a little. Oh my God, you guys, isn't it so cute? The reason is this is like real loose. Like, as you move and talk and stuff, I would have liked this a little, for you lip readers, I would have liked this a little tighter so that it stays up a little better. Outside of that, I think it is the cutest. Cutest design. Oh my gosh. That is the Cowltopus. I talked about this excessively, I felt like, on the last podcast. It was a mystery knit along back in October or something. Laura Nelkin. It is a $10 pattern. My buddy Quill gifted that to me, so thank you very much. And the yarn is the mustardy color is Dreamin' Color, and the tealy blue bits is Winterberries Yarn. They will be linked. It is squishy and wonderful, and oh my gosh, brioche. I love brioche. You'll see more brioche later. 2 thumbs up. I mean, these FOs, I told you I had so many. When I was getting them around, I was like, geez, I have a lot of FOs. So this last FO is non-knitting related, and there's a little bit of a story behind it. I won't bore you totally, but I follow this chick on YouTube named Emmy. She's Emmymade. She's freaking adorable. I love her videos. She like tests products. She tests recipes. She tries different foods. I will link her below. I will try and link the exact video that I saw this on, but she's just good people. You can just tell she is cool, good people to the core, and I enjoy her very much. Like, I would love to be her friend in real life. But she made it this, one of her recipes was this lime, some sort of lime cake thing, I think. But she had to squeeze a bunch of limes. And she has gadgets too. So she does a segment called Fruity Fruits where she'll try unique fruits that, you know, like aren't apples and bananas. She has a gadget thing where she'll find things at, you know, Goodwill or something, and then she'll make things with it, like old-timey kitchen appliances and things. Well, when she was making this recipe, she busted out this Juice-O-Mat juicer. I think it's from the 50s. And she found it at Goodwill. And I fell in love with it. I'm like, I need one of those. It's not like I'm always juicing fruit, but there was something about this juicer that I absolutely fell in love with. I had a vision of it in my kitchen on display, and I had it on a watch list on eBay for years. I mean, it's been years. And I finally pulled the trigger. I mean, it was only like, I think I paid $30 for it. I finally pulled the trigger, and this is what I got. I refurbished it. So hopefully by now you're seeing pictures as I stripped the paint. I mean, it was gross, you guys. I mean, it was old. The grease in the mechanism was like earwax. I mean, it was gross and old. And I found videos where a couple other people refurbished these same things. And Dan and I kind of had a plan of attack. He helped me, he polished it. But here is my finished. Oh, it's blowing out from the sun. I'm so sorry. Okay, the chrome, I am aware, needs to, it was more time than I wanted to give it. But it goes like this, and you put the thing in, and then you use this handle and you squish it down, and it comes out into the, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry it's blowing out. That sucks. But why I said my drink this week is not the drink that I wanted, and it's a little bit of a fail, is because I wanted to start the pot. And thank you guys for liking me making the drink in the kitchen. I got a couple comments that you guys liked that. I was totally going to do that again with this and forgot citrus. And I wanted to record. I wasn't going to put off recording just because I didn't have citrus to make a cocktail. So next time I will do this. We got a blasting cabinet from Harbor Freight. Dang it, you guys, this sun. We got a blasting cabinet and blasted this and the inside of this thing, and blasted this before I painted it. I just used white enamel. I wanted a fun color, but in my kitchen, this just works the best. Next to my walls. I also will do a kitchen tour. You did not miss the kitchen tour. It's just still not finished, and it's dumb. I know it's dumb. I wanted to show you guys the total finished product. I can't decide on a backsplash, and it's dumb to not show you guys the kitchen just because I haven't done the backsplash. So next episode, I will make a drink and give you a little mini kitchen tour, maybe put in before and afters. Maybe I'll just do a drink with this and a kitchen tour standalone video. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. I worked on it for a long time. I really liked it. Like I said, not totally in love with the chrome, but it's just because I didn't, that's a little more elbow grease and time than I felt like putting in because I want to use it. I can always do it later. And that, my friends, is all of my FOs. So, you know what's next. Whips! Oh, here we go with the sun, you guys. I don't know. We've moved around. I was trying to fix the sun, which I kind of did a little bit. Dan's gonna morph in here in a minute.
Consider me morphed.
Ooh. Here he is. I know, right?
Blinding. Blinded by the light.
We're on Whips.
On what?
Whips. Whips!
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to show you my Labyrinth square first, just because there's not much to see. I only have this much done. So this is the false alarm chart. It looks like that. It's the arrows. And I think, at first I thought it was the arrows on the ground before she goes to, one of us tells the truth and one of us always lies. He always lies, those guys. But that she draws that with lipstick. I think this is like on their shields maybe, because she calls it the false alarm, but the false alarms are those guys with the heads. For those of you who think that I'm talking a foreign language, there's a movie called The Labyrinth that I absolutely love. It's an 80s kids movie. I like beyond love it. Most of you probably know that. The false alarms are the heads. When the balls go, don't go that way, the path leads to dun, 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 certain death. That's the false alarm, isn't it? Like, I'm trying to figure out where this arrow thing comes into play. But that's what I'm doing. The next line I am knitting is these two colors, or the color work, entering in the new color. I've had half of a beer, so I can't even say that it's a hard seltzer. These colors are Ludo and Rock Friends. So this one I believe is Rock Friends, and this one is Ludo. So that's what this will look like. Just a wee start, a baby start. I'm so happy to have my mojo back. I didn't have it for so long because I was so busy at work. So I'm happy that I'm making again. I have a vanilla pair of socks, and check it out, you guys. For the OGs, it's in my ball sack. Love me a ball sack. This is also Winterberries Yarn. I've been rocking them hard lately because my Cowltopus was out of their yarn. It's a little elastic. This is yarn that was gifted to me. This is online super sock. Whoop, whoop. WTF. Online super sock noble color. And it is color number. These go by numbers. 120? Well, I looked it up on Ravelry and it was, I thought it was 12 something, but that says 120. So I don't know. You know me, shit show. This is their noble color is merino, 50% merino, 20% angora, and 30% polyamide. And it's one of those that knits in a pattern. And on Ravelry, a lot of people were just calling it the gray, yellow, green, or here it is. And I do have to say, I started this was like one night at the bar. Last Friday, I started these. I didn't have any knitting to take, and this is what I did. I cast on 60 stitches. I usually do 64, and I've noticed my socks are kind of bigger. Like, I wanted them to be more snug, so I went down to 60. Well, then I started it, and I was like, shit, this is one of those patterned things that you probably have to get gauge on. But I looked it up on Ravelry, and it looks fine. I'm fine with it. Looks good to me. Vanilla bar sock. I was stopped at a train the other day and knit at a train. These are always in my purse, and ball sacks are the best for that. So those will probably take me a while to do. Usually I am a 2 at a time toe up sock knitter, and I just did a German twisted cast on cuff down. Who am I? Who am I? I also started finally, you guys. Hold on, let me get it. This beauty is a Christmas advent that Teresa from Pretty Twisted Yarns gifted me 2 years ago. And I have wanted to, look at these colors, you guys. I have wanted to knit a 10-stitch blanket with these forever. And it was just one of those things, like, I was always knitting something else, and I felt bad starting something new. I bought signature needles specifically to knit this 10 stitch blanket, and I finally bit the bullet and started it. So I was going to do what prompted it, where I was finally like, I'm doing it. Kevin, needles at the ready. Kevin is knitting the jelly roll blanket, and I freaking love it. I love it. I'm like, I need this blanket. I'm just starting it. So I looked at the 10 stitch. There are a few, I think, someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think Frankie Brown might be the original 10 stitch gal. She has a few 10 stitch blankets. There's one that is a square rectangle that like spirals out, and then there's a circle that spirals out, and she did a zigzag that are stripes. Looking at it, I knew that I wanted stripes. I started the zigzag blanket by her. These are free patterns. I started the zigzag pattern. I'll show you a picture. Free pattern. So you knit in front and back at the beginning, and then knit 2 together at the end. And then to go back the other way, and then you knit a row. So 1 row you knit into the front and back, the first stitch, knit 2 together at the end, and then knit a row on the wrong side. And then to switch directions of the zigzag, you knit the front side and do the front and back, knit 2 together. Loved the way it looked, but the whole reason that I wanted to do the 10 stitch is because I just wanted something that I could knit and not fuss with. And just in those 2 zigzags, I was like having to count my ridges, and I wanted it to be mindless. I didn't want it to be something that I had to basically think anything about. So I wanted my stripes thicker. So I found the Brick Road blanket by Purl Soho, and I'm not quite sure all the differences, but they did 15 cast on, and I liked that way better. So I have cast on 15, and I am, these are my signature needles. They say Chevyrell's stuff on them. You can't see it, but trust me, it's there. I'm this far. It's a little wonky. It is interesting to see how your gauge changes. I mean, because I'm like doing it, knitting in front of the television. It could be like an action movie that's stressful. I don't know. I noticed that some of my edges were wonky, but that's the beauty of the blanket, right? I don't give a shit. I wound 2 colors. I have this much left of this one. So it'll be interesting to see how long the color goes for a 20-gram mini. I have not decided how long I want the blanket, like how many inches. I want to look it up. I imagine it'll be a lap blanket. And then this is the second color. This orange, and that's going to blow out wherever on the screen it is. But I'm going to knit them in order that the advent was, and that'll be a long-term project.
Can we hang something up?
The bag, I don't know that'll, by the time you piss around with it, no babe, I'd rather just bitch about it the rest of the episode. I'd rather irritate all the viewers by bitching about it the rest of the episode. Not really, I'm sorry. The bag that this is in, I'm going to show in a little bit because it is part of enabling. And then my last whip, oh my gosh, it is in my So Bernie bag. This was gifted to me as well. I love it. It's huge. It has, oh my gosh, I love this bag. This is a big one, guys. This is, do I have it printed? I mean, me and my crush on Susanne Sommer. This is the Love You Baby shawl by Susanne Sommer. And it's brioche, and then there's like another section here, a section here, and a section here. Use 3 colors. This is yarn that I purchased, I think it was 7 years ago, because how weird is this? I skeined this yarn up, you guys. I'll try to find it. I skeined this yarn up. The day I skeined this yarn up to knit this this shawl, which is what I purchased this yarn to knit, this memory popped up on my Google Photos. This is the dyer. Bitter Buffalo. I don't know that she dyes anymore. If she does, she doesn't sell online. Probably just does shows. I got this at Black Swamp in Bowling Green, Ohio. The colorway, oh, you know what? I bet you I'm not going to remember the colorway names.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so, dang it.
Have you tried Black Swamp Coffee?
No. Never heard of it.
They're out of Toledo.
Oh.
Like coffee, like your bones coffee.
Interesting. Here are my colors, the 3 colors I'm using, and I don't remember what names are what. I think this one is Pocket Full of Dreams. I'm pretty sure that this is The Pussy Grabs Back. At least that's the way I'm reading that. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
The cat grabs back?
Well, you know.
Is that a raccoon? Is that Dirty Mike?
I like The Pussy Grabs Back better.
That's probably it.
Because it's naughty. And I think this one is Dimmercraft. Dimmercraft and Pocket Full of Dreams might be, but I don't think so. I think this one's Pocket Full of Dreams and this one's Dimmercraft. I'm loving it so much. It makes me so happy on so many levels. I have this much done. So this is the right side, which I kind of like the wrong side better. This is the right. Why does it look like my stitches are so wonky? Brioche. It looks like I'm not an even knitter, but I am. It just needs pulled in a direction, I guess. This is the front. And here again, brioche. This is the wrong side. See, I like the wrong side better. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to flip it or not. I'll have to figure it out once I get there. Up close, you can't really tell. Well, the right side you can. Anyway, I have a bunch of, like, you do this for like 50 some times and then you pick up another section. So I'm that far on it. I like this a lot. I love brioche so much. I think it's so much fun to knit. I just think it's fun to knit. And that's everything, guys. That's all my knitting. Look at me go.
Where are we going?
I don't know, nowhere. I do have a little happy mail, and then I have enabling. The last episode I recorded was the beginning of February. My birthday's February 24th. Ditto has a minion who helps him shop for me, which is so cute. And I got a birthday present. First,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I got these. They're ornaments. I
Disco
cannot
balls and
wait.
Unicorns and row skates.
Yep, roller skates, unicorns, and disco
God, we're gonna have
balls.
to get a real Christmas tree.
They're great. I kind of want to like string them around.
Do that.
That's extra. I'm so extra. Okay, then he got me this, or the minion. This is Intertwined by Lexi Boger. She is an art yarn spinner. And the minion said, you might already have this book.
Didn't we meet her?
Lexi Boger?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
But I will talk about her. She has a couple books. I have them. I do have this book, and the minion said, if you have it already.
This is a book for fiber lovers. Is that so right there?
The minion said, if you have it already, you can gift it. I do have it, but
Thief.
I have the paperback, which has a totally different cover. It's the same book, different cover.
Is it? You looked? Same
I
edition?
like the hard. Well, I don't know about edition, but it's the same book. And it is. Oh, wow. Ditto's wanting. What was that? I'm trying to find some good, like a good picture. She does a lot of thick and thin, core spinning. Like here is wrapped yarn. It's very artsy, you know, putting bits and bobs into your yarn. And then she has patterns to use your your thick and thin in. A bird just flew like right there.
And I'll get
So
a notification
I'm
in a
thinking I'll gift this one at a later date.
Okay.
But we'll do a giveaway sometime. And this is her other book, hand spun, New Spins on Traditional Techniques. And this was her first one, Intertwined, I believe, and this one was her second one. And I love her because I love art yarn. And in the back of this book, she interviews people, and it must have been on Instagram or something, but it's in the appendix, it says, interview you, what role does spinning play in your life? And she picked I have a little blurb in here with my name. So if you have this book, take a peek in the back. Thank you, Minion. And Ditto. Thank you. Dan's going to go feed Ditto so we don't have to listen to him cry because, you know, he's late eating and heaven forbid. My first enabling, Leela Stiles. You know I love her. Oh, there we go. Leela Stiles. She was having a huge sale and now I can't remember. Look at the fluff floating all over the place. Now I can't remember if she was just taking a break or if she was closing. I will link her in the show notes, but there was some reason that she was having this big sale. So I bought some things. She sent stickers, she sent tea, she sent extras for you guys. So I'll do a little prize bundle with the book next time. I got this. It's leather, snaps, one of those trays, and it's Garbage Pail Kids. And this is awesome because I bought it myself for my birthday, the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot, and I love it. It does such good readings too. I love the Garbage Pail Kids. And that is leather too, or pleather, whatever, vinyl, I don't know what you call it. It's not fabric, it's, you know. So I have a little tray. And then I got yarn condoms because you know I love me some yarn condoms. And I will be honest with you, I got a couple of them and I don't remember which ones I bought because she sent me extras, which we will be gifting. I know I bought this one. I love me my Gigi's. I know I did not buy this one because a little unpopular fact about me, I can't stand Friends. So there's that.
That's why she doesn't have any friends.
I have a Christmas one. I have a buttons one. Here is another. It says, you drink out of a brown paper bag and suddenly everybody's your friend. And this is, I can't read the rest of them. Life is a giant weenie, something, something. Anyway, it's a Golden Girls thing, and they all have sayings. They all have sayings on them. Here's the little signs. It has like Sicily, St. Olaf, Shady Pines.
Shady Pines, Ma.
Shady Pines, Ma. And the Fraggles. We love the Fraggles. There's one more here.
Down on Fraggle Rock.
I'm surprised you know that. There's one more that I got that I'm not going to show because it's a gift for somebody and they're totally going to know if I show it. So, secret. Next up is Yarncon. We got a couple gifts. Natalie and Slav saw this and said, we saw it and immediately thought of you. Natalie from Natalie's Closet. She also has a YouTube. I will link her. I got to see them at Yarncon. They got me the history of tarot art. This book is so cool. I've talked about Pamela Coleman Smith before on the podcast. She's the OG for the Rider-Waite Smith deck. And then in this, they talk about other deck art. And a lot of these decks, like I have this deck. A lot of these decks I own. That's called the Deviant Moon Tarot. And it's just so much fun to read about where the art comes from. So the Wild Unknown, this is a really popular deck. I don't have that deck, but just the art of it. I love to add this to my library. And then they got me colored pencils to go with a tarot coloring book. Now, I haven't had time. I only colored one, which is getting very blown out. I haven't finished this out here, but the card itself is done. Then Debbie got Dan a little something something.
So, y'all remember my chapstick? Ew. There's nothing wrong with it.
Give me that chapstick.
No.
There is too something wrong with it. It doesn't do it justice.
Perfectly fine.
So she decided.
Debbie and Susie and Sandy saw it. And Natalie and Slav. They know. They know what it looks like close up.
Do I have a picture? Is this the right one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So Debbie brought Dan a bright, shiny new chapstick. And this is so funny because Larry, funny's the wrong word, interesting, Larry is their friend who passed away. And at his memorial or celebration of life, I think they might have had a party. Do you remember? Wherever they were, Larry was a chapstick guy. And he's in Canada.
Hey.
And those are all his favorite things. And they passed out chapstick at his celebration of life.
Perfect.
And this is one of them.
Perfect.
The reason that I said it's funny, which was a bad choice of words, but I work at a funeral home and it'll be 19 years in August, have never seen anything this cool. Like, high five to Larry and his family for doing this. And Dan doesn't have yucky chapstick.
Yes, I do.
He still has the yucky one. He still uses the yucky one. And then Debbie also got me the coolest cup that you're going to have to wait. I'm going to debut it next time. I know you will be waited with bated breath, but it is awesome. I wanted to use my juicer for that cup. So then when I was just using my Topo Chico or drinking my Topo Chico today, I just put it in this cup, which I got at Yarncon. So I'll talk about this. This is by Handmade Hollows. She was at Yarncon last year. And last year I went and I was like, oh, I'm going to get a Chicago mug. Well, I don't know what I was thinking. She brought all of her nitty stuff, like her sheet mugs and everything, because it's Fiber Festival, right? She didn't have any Chicago mugs. So what I did is I got a hold of her on Instagram. She was super sweet. And I said, can I, buy it and pick it up? Or how would you like to bring the things I want and I'll buy it there? So I bought it on Etsy and she brought it to me. So I got this and something I can't show you because it's a gift and I'm sending it to a person. And then I got this. Fart in a skillet. I got this. I love little dishes to like put your rings in by the sink or whatever. It's an octopus knitting. So cute. And then I also got Clint one of these. Mine is speckled. See the speckles? I got Clint one that is just plain. It's still the Chicago flag, but it's sans speckles. You look so handsome. Good boy.
Did Clint have a handle?
Yes. I got Clint a tumbler, and I wondered if I should have said something to her. I actually got Clint a tumbler, so it was just like, it was shorter without a handle for like cocktails, but she sent a mug with a handle. I wonder if that's going to mess up her inventory. And then she gave me a free magnet, and of course I got mushrooms, because mushrooms. You'd like to wait 4 minutes? You don't want to wear your shiny...
I can't see anything.
My plan for Yarncon, I usually have a plan. If I don't have a plan, things seem to go off the rails. And unlike other people, if I don't have a plan, I don't buy. Whereas other people don't have a plan and they buy all the things. So I went in with a plan. My plan was I wanted minis for heels, toes, and cuffs that were like plain-ish, because my only minis are very colorful and they don't go with my sock tubes that are also colorful. And then I knew I wanted that mug, which I purchased ahead of time. I wanted Dude Color, either DK or worsted weight skeins for hats because there are men in my life I want to make knit hats for, and all of my colors are very busy. All of my colors are very busy, so they aren't really the dudes in my life. They're not their style. I did only buy one skein, which that color look, it's kind of getting blown out. It's darker in IRL.
In IRL.
In IRL. It's more like that right there, even though that's like really dark. But it's this like deep forest saturated green. This is Apothecary fabrication, and it's 100% fine merino wool in DK, and the colorway name is nothing.
It's a weird name.
No colorway name, but it's pretty, right? It'll be a hat for someone. I'll show you my minis. This is a new to me dyer, and I totally broke my rule, you guys. I broke my rule. I am a do a lap, then buy. This was the second booth I walked past, and I saw that she had minis. She was really cool too. Knitting lizard fiber. Ooh, knitting lizard fiber. And I got all of these. I know that these aren't these aren't plain colors, but the Tweety bits, man, she had like a bucket of neons, and I loved the black with the neon-y flecks. I figured I could make those work for heels, toes, and cuffs and things. So this is like a gray color, blushy blue, heathery pastel-y blue, and a rosy pink. The pink and the gray kind of pull different colors when you put them with other colors, so I think that will work out for other things. My last purchase, back to my love affair with Susanne Sommer. You guys have heard me talk about her. Do you think it's Sommer and it's just spelled with an O? I always feel like Susanne Sommer's, like, you know, Three's Company, but she's Susanne Sommer, Sommer, and there's no S. So I hope that I'm saying that Sommer, if you're looking for her.
Susanne, if you're listening, give us a call. Let us know.
Oh gosh, she's in like Denmark or something. I highly doubt that she... Actually, I don't know where she is. Across the pond. Sosu Knits. This is the P-Rex. It's been on my radar for a very long time. My main color is Fiber Hustle When Doves Cry, which it's getting like some rainbow from my thing, but you get it, right? When Doves Cry, which is this awesome, beautiful purple color. Fiber Hustle, Aaron, he dyes album art. Then I knew that I wanted a more like muted, not a busy color, something that'll tone down the purple a little bit. And Ex Libre Fibers, I've talked about her before. She's so cool. She dyes things. Oh, my brother's calling. She dyes based on books. And she has sort of like a dark, moodier palette, which I love. And it's exactly what I was looking for. And I got Wuthering Heights. And it looks like that. That's probably like that's what it'll look like in the sun. This is what it looks like from afar. I love it. And this is what it looks like with the purple. Isn't it gonna be so good? It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. This is big. This is a lot of something. But how cool would it be? And no promises. How cool would it be if I could have this finished for my Rhinebeck sweater? I think it'd be pretty epic. Again, no promises. Because it's brioche, it's a lot of knitting. We shall see what it brings. I said I was going to talk about this later and forgot. My 10 stitch back to Leela Styles. Look at this bag I got. It's pastel monsters. Scary movies. Love it. And the inside is like a tie-dye, pastel-y, tie-dye So yeah, and I love these Japanese knots. That's what my 10 stitch is in right now. Forgot to show that, sorry. And that's all my stuff. That was quite the haul, huh?
I was hoping she'd have a phonetic description of her name.
What?
Susanne Sommer.
Oh.
Or Sommer.
Gotcha.
Or Susan.
Suzanne. Next up, I need another drink.
Okay.
How about you start talking while I get a drink and I'll be back?
Well, that sounds good.
It's the Dan section of the
I'll just go with. Get a drink. Well, you won't be here to correct me when I say the right thing, but you say it,
Whatever.
and it sounds so much better.
Okay, we're back with refills. You didn't tell them what you were drinking.
Do I need to?
Well, it's sort of what we do here.
I'll give you 3 guesses in the comments what this is. First 2 don't count.
Well, they know it's whiskey, but what kind of whiskey?
Angel's Envy.
Okay, then.
There we go. Don't guess.
Dan segment. What do you want to talk about?
I was going to flip through the comments from the last episode. The ones that pertain to me, anyway.
Oh, Dan's reading comments and everything.
Oh, I replied, and yeah.
Do you guys want to see what Dan made me on the 3D printer? Are you going to talk about the 3D printer?
I am.
I'll save it.
My 3D printer has been running 18 to 20 hours a day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Like, it does not cool down. Oh, we talked about the circular sock machine.
Yes.
Yeah, still not doing that. I looked in the comments, some of you guys had given me references to look up, and I did, and they look like a pain in the ass.
Noted.
Especially with a circular sock machine, they are fairly high precision, and that is not what my 3D printer is. Some 3D printers are capable of that, but still a prototyping machine.
Okay.
Yes, they do work, but she wants something that works right away, every time, all the time.
I would
And
love to have...
These are a bit fiddly.
I would love to have a circular sock machine, but much like I would love to have another spinning wheel, I just want it because I think they're cool, and then I'd get it and I would feel bad because I don't spin enough on my wheel. Quill, a lefty knitter, Aquila, if any of you are into circular sock machines and want videos, you need to follow her. She does excellent videos. She talks about all sorts of stuff. If you are like head over heels for a CSM, you have to follow her. She gets all the money out of her circular sock machine. She uses it all the time, and I would just feel guilty. Like I know I wouldn't.
She just did cranking.
Yeah,
last
she just
week.
did. Yep, I forget where that was though. Or was it?
Maryland somewhere, I think.
Yeah,
Virginia
driving
somewhere.
distance. They had a crank in and people brought their machines.
There were a bunch of people. When they brought up, I was like, oh, all 3 people on the East Coast that own one of these are going to show up. And there's a whole room full of people.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm going to skip names because I'm terrible with them. And I don't have my glasses, so I can't see anyway. 3D printing idea. Buttons for your cardies. Yeah, I am doing buttons. I think I have the final design ready to go. It requires little or no post-processing, so basically dump them off the printer and they're ready to go. What I'm thinking about doing is stitching them onto her cards or coasters or some piece of swag.
Yeah, we'd have to
And
get something.
If you see us at a show, we give you one. You see us at enough shows, you get 4 or 5 of them. You can put them on your cardies. But yes, that is definitely
That's
definitely
nice.
in the works. And so many of you were trying to help with the word for the thing that makes metal hot. Ugh. I'm not going through them all. All of the words were very relevant and very close. All of the words
Still never
pertain
figured
to
out.
it, but I don't know what I would have said in the past, but furnace is what it is. So there we go.
Next.
Another thing Dan can make with his printer is bobbins for your spinning wheel. We have shown this before, but the real reason I wanted to bring this up is we have a little design group for another project that I'm working on, fiber related, that I may or may not mention. They were talking about wear on their brake bands. And I can tell you what it is. When a 3D printer runs, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Yeah, you can kind of see it there in the light. So it prints a layer, scoots up, prints a layer, scoots up, prints a layer. So you can see all of those layers.
I have the best visual. Can I show them the best visual?
Sure. Oh, in a minute. Yeah.
But you
all
can
right.
see the
All right.
layers.
All right.
Dan made me this while he was trying, he had to like, there was stuff he needed to figure out on his printer. And he made me this and I absolutely love it. But you can, I glued a magnet onto it. But you can see the layers. See those little nubbins? Like it's a setting, but you guys, we think that this is really somebody's member. That's a vein.
It is. It definitely is.
And that he's fixed it since this. Like this was, but you can see, you know, like that's the layer. There was like something in a setting, and that's what he's talking.
So if you see it at a show, I don't know if those will just come right out, but
It's on
ask about it.
It's on my clipboard.
I print them by the 50s, 50 at a time I print. Anyway, so you have the layers, right?
Do you want a penis or a button? I'm just wondering.
You could put the penis in the butt.
Oh my gosh.
So this is an exaggeration, but
They come in colors. This one's also warty. See the little...
and bigger. So every 3D printer is going to do that. Every filament-based printer is going to do that. Most of them are not this bad. Mine is no longer that bad. You can see this is pretty smooth and clean. This I was having issues with. That was what I was trying to figure out. They're all now smooth and clean, unless you zoom in far enough. Point of this is, those little things are all in this groove too, of all the prints, unless it's been finished, post-process, sanded out. But those little imperfections are going to wear down your brake band. Pro tip, if your brake band is wearing out real fast, stick this thing on a drill and run a piece of sandpaper in here. You could even do it by hand, just smooth it out real quick and get rid of any little imperfections from the printer, and it won't wear your brake band down nearly as quickly.
Are they using a cotton brake band?
That's my assumption, yes.
Because my brake band on my Joy's plastic.
Right,
and
it will still wear.
Worn one down
It will
before.
still wear, but not as quickly, I think, as the cotton.
Okay.
So I grabbed these comments just because there were two right in a row and they're very self-serving. So nice to see you back. Dan helps make the podcast even more fun. Go fun. Whiskey Dan. Everybody needs a Dan in their life. My husband is the same way. He keeps me grounded when I go, squirrel!
It's true.
And that was all I had from comments from the last episode that I wanted to mention because they were relevant to things. But I am working on another project, new project. Why is that following me? Do I say what it is?
That's
Or
up
do
to
I-
you. Do you want to put it out into the universe?
Do I keep them in suspense? We'll keep them in suspense.
Oh my gosh. You'll have to wait. It'll be a big deal.
Hopefully next episode I will at least have a functional prototype of something that uses
You're going to give it away.
these things.
Okay. I have two completely miscellaneous things to end out the podcast that basically mean absolutely nothing, but I thought that they were sort of fun. These socks are very old. They have a cable heel. I wear them with my Birks. All the years I've knit, you guys, I blew out my first heel. People talk about blowing heels out all the time. My mom's blown heels out of things that I've knit. Like, I have never blown out a heel. This
Well,
is
you
the
know why?
first one.
It's because you're all dainty and you walk on your toes.
My gosh. I'm that person
No,
that
you know
if-
why it is. It's because you wear shoes 24/7.
What do you mean? You think you'll wear out your heels more out of shoes?
Yeah, because it's sock on ground.
Well, I would think it would be the rubbing in the shoe. And this, I know, when I did this, I just wanted a cool heel design. Like, I made that up myself like a bazillion years ago. And I'm sure that it's
Were
where...
there dinosaurs a billion,
Yes.
bazillion years ago?
I'm sure it's where the cables started.
Did they have feathers?
I just find it interesting that I blew... And I know I could... Maybe some of them had feathers. I know that I could fix this. I'm not gonna. Bye. Like, I'm not doing it.
You're chucking them?
Chucking them.
Rude.
I know. Look at me go. And the last thing, this is so weird and random. We were watching The Northman with Nicole Kidman and who's the dude? Skarsgård. Not Bill Skarsgård, his brother. Was he in True, gosh, I was just talking to Tammy and Cole about this. True Blood. I think he was in True Blood. I never would have noticed. Like, he looks totally different. He's hot and all the dudes are built like in 300, but it is totally not what I was expecting. It is super brutal. It's about the Vikings and his history professor, professors who specialize in Vikings say that it is the movie that like best depicts how they really were. I mean, it was brutal. I was not expecting that. But Nicole Kidman is working on a tablet loom. And Dan had never seen one. He's like, what is she doing? And it was just cool because, you know, I had to give a little shout out for fiber in movies. You only see it for a minute. She's not really doing anything on it, but it's a tablet loom.
Speaking of fiber on screen.
Oh yeah, we are also watching Love on the Spectrum. The 3rd season came out. I love it so much, you guys. It makes my heart so happy. I want to be friends with all of them, especially James. I think James is my favorite.
James is a pimp.
James is a pimp.
Seriously.
So the 3rd...
Go look at his Instagram.
The 3rd...
It's just him and ladies. Every picture is him and
Stop.
ladies.
He has a girlfriend now.
Right.
The 3rd season came out.
I got 8 girlfriends.
Stop. The 3rd season came out, and I watched the first 2 seasons, and Dan did not. And I played it to see if he would be interested, and he totally is. We totally are. So haven't started the 3rd season yet. We're still in the 2nd season, which I'm rewatching Dancing for the first time.
Yeah.
But James's mom was knitting on circular needles. Don't know what she was knitting, but she was knitting in the wild. So that being said, I mean, we've seen all sorts of things. We've seen warty penises. We've seen some yarn.
Oh, that, yeah.
Oh
Yep,
my
yep.
gosh. If y'all are still here, I said that last time I was going to say like, comment, share, subscribe at the beginning and hit the bell or whatever, because a few of you said that you didn't know that I had posted an episode before that. I don't know how YouTube works.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
I always hear people say...
Smash that like button and ring that bell. Nobody does that anymore.
I always hear people say it, and it's just like white noise to me. I think if you want to watch someone, you're going to watch them. I've never noticed. You'll see YouTube people say somehow they got unsubscribed. Like a bunch of people are telling me that they got unsubscribed or they're not seeing my videos like this. So it puts me so people can see it. And I don't feel like, I always see the people that I want to see. So
if you want to support the channel, hit that like button, drop a comment below.
Dan watches a lot of YouTube. Can you tell?
Tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what we did right.
Anyway.
Tell us what to drink next time. Does
With
anybody have a good
citrus.
recipe?
With citrus.
Oh, with citrus.
Because I'm using my juicer.
Did you get the citrusy thingy out? The juicy thingy?
I showed it as an FO and told him that I didn't get.
You were gonna stop on your way home.
I know I missed the exit and I wasn't backtracking.
I'll get some.
Well, we'll do it the next episode. And then the mug cup.
The next episode.
The drinking vessel that Debbie got me will be debuted as
The
well.
vessel, yes.
That she made me is pretty awesome. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. We'll catch you on the next one. Toodles!
Babe, look. I don't like your shoes. I didn't even notice them.